everyone, Andrea Proeber here with Great Expectations Realty. I think this is the first time we've done a video together.
First time.
Okay, yeah. So if anybody was wondering if my husband was a figment of my imagination, I promise you, he is real. I could not make this man up. So we wanted to kind of take a few minutes to talk to you guys about the coronavirus, as if we didn't hear enough about that already. But this time, because we're both realtors, we figured we would talk to you about the impact that it's having on real estate here in Florida, at least Marion County anyway. A lot of people have been asking me, I mean, they've been asking you too, right?
Right.
About, what we think is going to happen. A lot of people were thinking it was like the end of civilized life as you know it, or I don't know, the zombie apocalypse or something. I'm not really sure. But it was a real thing, as far as, was it going to be a massive recession? What were some of the fears that you were hearing?
Oh, well, just some fears would be, do I go ahead and put my house on the market? If I'm a seller, or if I'm a buyer, should I wait, or should I go ahead and start looking now?
Yeah. And those are valid questions. Everybody, when they're buying a house or selling a house, it's really one of the biggest investments that you're going to make. So you want to do it at the right time. So, those are valid questions.
Yeah.
So do you want to kind of address those now that we've kind of been into this for, over a month now for us? Yeah. Kind of a positive thing, I guess. All throughout this, we have been, we've been doing sales. We've had, we had that one house that actually hit the market just when we went into lockdown, which, obviously we were kind of wondering how that was going to work, but it went under contract. It's going to be closing here next week. So, things are still buying and selling. We had another closing yesterday. One of our agents, another one is putting another house into contract today. Things are still moving. It's not quite as normal, but they are moving right along. Mm-hmm. So at least here in Marion County, that's what's going on. But one of the positive things that we did see is a lot of the houses have come off the market. They were kind of temporarily withdrawn, is what the MLS name for it is. They were just kind of, sometimes that happens during the holidays. Nobody wants to show their house during the holidays. So it's temporarily withdrawn from the market. Well, those houses are starting to come back up. But also new listings hitting the market. It's only been 6 or maybe 10 per day. But yesterday, it actually hit 40 new listings to the market in one day. So I think once we got past April 15th, right about April 15th, that was kind of we got over the hump. We're, halfway through our stay home order. So I don't know, just people seem to get a little bit more positive and kind of felt more like they're ready to move on with things. It's just a feeling, but that's what we're kind of seeing out there, right?
Yeah. Maybe talk about the inventory, what's happening on the market here.
Right. So we go in every day as realtors, and it's just a thing you do. You drink your coffee, you check the inventory. But MLS this morning was residential for Marion County. There were 2,228 houses available. Sounds like a lot, right? No. Of those, single family homes, so not condos, not mobile homes, just single family homes, only 1,669 for this huge, massive county. Of those, if you take out the 55 plus houses, you're only left with 1,243 houses. And then if you want at least a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, not like a 3-1 or a 2-2 or something like that, you're going to be left with 1,072 houses. And then if you want under 250,000, which is basically the median price around here, under 250, then you're only left with 673.
Wow.
Yeah. And oh my goodness, if you want it in Ocala with a double car or more garage, you're left with 376 houses.
Wow, that's not many at all.
That's nothing. And you know that those houses are not available right now. I mean, some of them have got to be negotiated contracts as we speak, or maybe they've already got the contracts. They just haven't put them in pending quite yet in MLS. So, I mean, 300 houses. That's crazy. I mean, we're talking like Silver Spring Shores, Marion Oaks. There's thousands of houses in those subdivisions alone. 300 houses. You got that new construction friend of yours. He's building houses like crazy. And he was talking to you about his inventory too, right?
Right. Yeah, he said that this was like yesterday. He said that he had 140 sites that were in progress, and he adds about 10 per week. And out of the 140, he's got about 139 that's already spoken for. So there are people, investors, individual buyers that are going ahead and committing to new construction. There's a lot of good deals right now, but it just shows you the lack of inventory availability.
Right. So out of 140 houses, he has one.
Right.
And that's part of that 300, just to let you know. That is insane. Mm-hmm. That's absolutely insane to have so few houses. I think that's the biggest difference I'm feeling over, the recession, where you couldn't even give away a house in 2008. We were both licensed a little bit before that. So basically, we suffered. Yeah.
But we made it through.
We did. We made it through, and we made it through the brokerage around the other side. So that's good. But I think that's the biggest difference this time around, going through another hardship and difficult time, is back then there was too many houses. I mean, there was just so many houses on the market, and now that's just not the case. It's just kind of really different.
Yeah, well, especially when you put it in perspective with the new employers moving to the area. We have a couple that's being discussed now all the time, Amazon and Dollar Tree. Mm-hmm. There's hundreds of jobs at those employers, and where are those people living that are either relocating to the area or renting now? So that 376 is really low. Mm-hmm. If you're a seller, or you're thinking about selling a home, I mean, this is the time to put it on the market.
Right.
There's just a shortage.
Yeah, there really is. And I know some of the sellers were telling us that, they do want to put their house on the market, but, they're a little worried about, people coming in and doing showings right now. So they want to wait until like May or June. Well, yeah, but that's when everybody else is going to come back on the market. You have an excellent time frame right now. But also just to get everything started. I mean, if you're going to declutter, if you're going to paint the house, I mean, Lowe's and Home Depot are open. The lines are a little weird, but, those are open. Maintenance people, painters, everything, they're still working. So, and definitely realtors here in Florida, we're still working. So definitely get your ducks in a row, get everything figured out as far as, your professional pictures and your, virtual tours, get all of that stuff done so that May 1st hits, or May 15th, or whenever you decide to actually list, all you got to do is click a button and there you go. Well, at least for the realtors. So anyway, yeah. All you have to do is call your realtor and say, all right, let's do this. So I would highly recommend, if you are going to get your house listed, go ahead and get it, set up now, like now, as in today, because there's nothing out there right now. It's crazy. So, it's just kind of that supply and demand thing. There's a big demand. People are definitely buying. They're transferring down here like crazy from, up north, and, they already had taxitis up there like crazy, with property taxes and income taxes and all sorts of stuff. But now, and then they had that nasty white stuff. What's it called?
That would be snow.
Yeah, we don't have that here.
Yeah.
So those people already were considering coming down here, and now with this and getting as hard hit as they are up there, I mean, it's just basically, it's like a mass exodus. It's crazy. They're all coming down here. So we have the jobs for them. We don't have the houses for them. So, you know, for everybody, we actually have buyers that are buying via virtual tour. Literally, the agents are going in, taking a video of the house, sending it to them, and they're like, yeah, that's the house I want. So it's different, but it's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what about for the buyers? We're talking a little bit about, you know, the sellers, but what about the buyers? Some of them are like, well, you know, if there's a housing crash, you know, maybe we should wait until the housing prices come down. Here, at least, they're pretty low already. I mean, you can get a really nice brand new construction house, you know, 3-2 granite countertops and stuff, and it's gonna be like 150,000.
Yeah, or a smaller one for like 130 even.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty low. Also, they keep changing the FHA rules and the VA rules and USDA rules and stuff like that. Right now, it's still possible to get financing without too much problems. But if the housing market does crash, it is going to be so much more difficult for you to get financing, because we've definitely seen that before. So, I mean, if you're able to purchase a home right now, highly recommend it. A lot of the tenants out there, just because you're paying your rent does not necessarily mean that the owner is able to pay the mortgage. So that's not necessarily the safest thing to do either. So I've definitely been recommending, if you can purchase a home, please do so. Please do so. Talking about tenants and property management, speaking of it, I have seen, we were a little nervous about that. I'll start with that. We were a little nervous as to how this was going to affect our tenants, because we have property management at our brokerage, and, you know, it's with everybody, you know, being less hours or out of work completely or whatever, we weren't really sure if they were going to be able to pay their rent. So, you know, out of the entire portfolio though, everybody's been really, really fantastic. We were very proactive with our communication and letting everybody know that if they were struggling or having cut hours or whatever, just to get a hold of us. And we really have had some really great response to that, which is really surprising, because from the property managers that I have spoken to throughout the country, they're saying they have like a 30% non-payment. 30% of the tenants not paying rent. That is insane. Especially when you consider, you know, some of those owners are, you know, up in New York, New Jersey, they're out of work already, and then they don't have the rental income of the property either. I mean, that's really, really rough. So, I mean, going into it, we were a little nervous that we weren't going to be able to do as much as we can for the owners. I mean, we did everything we could, but it's just been, we've had a really fantastic response here. Even with the cut hours and everything, everybody's been really responsible and really proactive along with us. And I'm happy to say we only have a 2% non-payment. That's actually lower than some months, regular months. So I do want to say thank you to all of our tenants out there for stepping up and, you know, being responsible and, you know, communicating with us and, you know, really just being proactive with your rent payments and everything. So 2% versus 30% is phenomenal in any calculation. And that 2%, we're actually kind of late payers before we had this issue, so I don't even know that really counts. But, you know, and we have a 0 vacancy ratio. We have absolutely nothing available for rent right now, which is mind-boggling. I mean, normally we have, you know, at least one house or one apartment or something available. We've 0.
Yeah. Everything's rented.
Everything is rented, and it has been all month. So to have a 0 vacancy ratio and 2% late or non-payment, that's pretty good. That's really pretty good. So very proud of our company and our employees and everybody that has been working so hard through difficult situation, and definitely really thrilled to have the tenants that we have, because We currently help out about 110 families with their housing needs. So that is pretty awesome. So anyway, we just wanted to kind of give you a heads up and chit chat about it. If you have any questions, go ahead and post it in the comments below. If it's more personal question, you go ahead and give us a call or email us. I will go ahead and put there it is. So go ahead and give us a call and we would be more than happy to talk to you, especially right now because it's kind of quiet right now. We got time to talk. We answer questions for free. So thank you guys so much for watching. We are also doing a new goal. So we are trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Okay, mind you, this is his idea, not my idea. It was hard enough for me to get 100 subscribers. Now he's like, you get some other cool stuff on YouTube if you go for 1,000 subscribers. So
new goal.
New goal, always new goals. So he sets the goals and I try for him because I'm very goal oriented. So it works out well. Anyway, thanks so much for watching and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.